Hello everyone, welcome to another session with me. I am Sanyukta Saxena, certified Zentangle teacher, and this is one more session on Zentangle Ornate frames, or what we also call Zentangle cartouche. So in front of you is Dr. Mikao Usui. I hope you are aware. He is the founder of Reiki, and I'm also Reiki level 2 channel. So I thought of picking up this photo today and drawing a frame around it, right? So let us get started right away. In today's the little groundwork that I have done, you can see the paper. I have first pasted the paper, the photograph in the center, then added one border and also added an outline to the paper, right? So that much of groundwork I have already done. I have already stuck this photograph, yeah. So now let us get started. Today we are going to be playing with letters. Yeah. So I'm going to write all around here Reiki heals, right, in continuation, and then we are going to deck up those letters. We are going to ornate the letters, decorate the letters, right? So I'm going to be working with black pen and burgundy pen and maybe a brown pen. Let us see which looks better, whether a burgundy or a brown. So let us get started first, and I'm first going to start writing Reiki heals just in simple English. No decoration here. So I'm just first going to write. Yeah, at some distance to each other, the letters, normal letters. Reiki and then heals. So just go slow, take your time. If you are a calligrapher, then it is much easier for you to do this exercise, I'm sure. Right? So I'm going to start again here. Yeah. So I'm not thinking right now much about spacing and other things, just keeping some space between the letters so that I have some space to work around them. Yeah. So just putting down the alphabets first, and then we shall see what do we want to do with them. Yeah. And then going to start again with Reiki. Yeah. And then again the same exercise. So I'm going to go on like that. Reiki heals. I'm sure many of you must be practicing it, at least for self-healing. Yeah. Again. So I'm not worrying much about the length and breadth of letters and the spacing, etc. Just, yeah, keeping some space between them so that I have some scope to add. Yeah, and then probably I'll add an R here for the empty space. Yeah, yeah. So now let us work on these letters. So the next step is just like Maria showed us. Yeah, so I'm going to add some boldness to these lines, highlight these letters in a very simple way. So basically what she was doing was highlighting, adding some rounding at the ends on the curves, yeah, and at the end of the lines. So that's simple. Like this. Yeah, so slight highlighting of the letters so you can follow me. So again going to highlight the ends of lines, add a bit boldness, the ends of the lines again. Yeah, simple exercise. Again for I it is pretty simple, both the ends, and then add to the center, thicken the line. Yeah, then again the line needs to be so just take your time, work on each letter, since these letters are what are going to be highlighted for the frame. So take that time to work on them. Yeah. Go slow. Again, highlight the ends, add some rounding, add some ink. Yeah. Again the eye, simple exercise, the ends. Yeah, so you do get a picture, I think, how to go about doing it. So I'm going to continue like this. Can add a little more to the K. And to the I, trying to maintain the thickness. Yeah. Yeah. And then moving on to heels, again the top and bottom. Right, you can do this one also the same way since you are holding the paper in that way. So just complete both. Yeah, and the edge, slight curve at the ends. Yeah, again the E we have already done once, so you can do the same. Yeah, so again rounding the ends. Then A, adding some weight at the ends. Yeah, you can thicken it a bit more so that it is sufficiently highlighted, and some at the top since it is the end of both the lines, and then some here. Yeah, and then comes the L, again top and bottom of the line. It's a pretty simple exercise if you follow the same principle. Yeah, so I'm just adding some weight to the end of the lines, beginning of the lines, and to the curves. Yeah, that's what Maria also did in the recent project pack, if you had a chance to have a look. Again, starting here, added some weight. Yeah, again some weight here on the curves, and then at the end. Yeah, simple. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm going to continue in exactly the same fashion for all the letters since I have done one. So I'll be doing all in the same way. Yeah, so starting from the R here, again same principle. Again some weight at the curve, and then again at the end of the line like this. Yeah, yeah, so give me some time and I shall get back. So I am on the last section now, moving on to my E. Just like I showed you, I'm continuing in the same fashion. Yeah, rounding the ends, adding some weight to the ends. Yeah, so simple exercise. Just highlight your writing in this fashion so that when you tangle around it, it doesn't get lost. Yeah. So it's not a kind of embedding, it's basically you wish to highlight your writing. You will tangle around it, but you don't want it to be lost in the tangling. So you are highlighting it a bit. Yeah. So take your time, take each letter and ornate it, deck it up, make it look bolder. Reiki and Zentangle make up an excellent combination. So drawing this frame is like double healing yourself. Yeah, it's very soothing and it's very relaxing. Yeah, so the last few, I'm almost done working on the A. Again, adding some weight at the end of the line and at the beginning, and then some at the ends of this line, kind of rounding. Again the L, the beginning and end of the line. Again rotate the end of the line. Yeah, then again where your S ends, some at the curve. Again where your S ends. Yeah, so again I think I can write one R here. There is ample empty space, so I'm going to introduce an R. Again rounding the curve, adding some weight to the curve. Yeah, and then some at the end of the line. Yeah, I think we are done with the letters, and now we shall work on the letters. Deck it up. Yeah. So the first step now is to add an aura to each of these letters, right? So we will be starting with one of the sides, and now I'm going to aura each of this letter closely, as closely as possible. I'm using my burgundy pen here. You can also use your brown pen. Yeah. So I'm just adding an aura to the letters from the inside and the outside, like this. Yeah. So I will do this for all. Add an aura to all the letters. Like this. Yeah. So take your time, go slow, be patient. Take deep breaths, relax your hand, sit in a comfortable posture. Make sure there is adequate lighting. Take each letter at a time. Yeah. So that is how I'm going to continue. Right? I think you got a hang of it. I'm going to continue like this. Just aura what I've already drawn, inside and outside. Yeah. So continuing with the same exercise of oraing, I am now in the last section, adding that close aura to my writing. Yeah. So this itself looks so nice as a frame. What do you say? Yeah? Just the writing. But I'm going to be adding some tangling here. I'm sure it will look even better. So just give a clean aura to each of your letters. Yeah. And the L. And the S. And the extra R. Yeah. Yeah. So after we have completed the oraing, the next step is to tangle, right? So I'm going to be filling up all these white spaces, especially around these alphabets with tangles, different tangles. Whatever tangles comes to my mind at that point of time. There is no planning as such involved. So you can either choose to draw with me, or you can choose your own kitty of tangles and just go around with those, right? So I have already started a little with R. So let us some poke roots and some hidden crescent moon here. So I'm now going to start filling up. So just going by the spaces available, drawing some mocha here, right? And probably one more poke root here. Yeah. And then we'll see if we want to aura all of them together or we want to aura individually. That's okay. We can do it anyways. So I'm just going to add one fescue here, small little, and then aura around. So although we have already added an aura, but auraing is always an important part of the whole exercise, right? So probably one more, and we can fill in small little spaces here and there. Yeah. And one more layer of aura like this, and some filling in here, right? So let us now move on to our E. So again, up to us, how do we want to go ahead? So I'm going to probably put the pattern emingle here, yeah, depending on the spaces that is available. Again, you can add an aura, probably add some other pattern, probably some leaves here and there. So I'm just going to be adding patterns that come to my mind at that point of time. Yeah. So 2 poke leaves, another line of aura, and small little spaces you can comfortably fill in. Moving on to our eye. Again, drawing some mucas and flux. Yeah, so just going to extend, keep doing the same exercise. You can fill up these small little spaces, or we'll see what is to be done with the leftover spaces, right? Again, you can add some crescent moon here. Yeah, you can also add some diva dance here. So choose the pattern that comes to you at that point of time. Just go with the flow. You can also choose to work with a single pattern as Maria did in her project. So she only worked with the pattern mocha. Yeah, so you can also try doing that. So I'm not sticking to one tangle here, so I'm picking up tangles that are coming to my mind at that point of time. You can always add something to your poke roots. So again, you can draw a nice moon pie here because you have spaces. So choose the tangles, your go-to tangles, tangles that come most easily to you, and just work with them. That's okay. Yeah. Small fescues. And we can always fill in these small little spaces. Yeah, and then again moving on to our edge. So we can always fill up a printum here, my go-to tangle. Yeah, again aura, add an aura. Again, you can add some stripes here like Knightsbridge. So whatever comes to you at that point of time, right? Again, you can add some flux and tipple depending on whatever is the shape that is available, the place that is available. Yeah, again you can add an aura. Yeah, so you can see I'm just going with the flow, not thinking much here. So just going to go depending on the spaces that is available with me. Yeah, so I'm just going to go with whatever space is there, and just going to add some fescues here, aura the fescues. Yeah, again add some orbs here and there, add some rounding, again add an aura. Yeah, then coming to our L, so we have nice space here for mocha sprouts, so we can add some mocha sprouts here. Right, can again fill up small little spaces in between. Yeah, then again S, you can always add something depending on whatever space you have. Right, so you can add a fragment here, probably something like this. So mix of tangles that you can use comfortably, and add some orbs. Add some orbs here, some fescues here, then again aura. Again fill up small little spaces. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue like this, right? A mix of tangles, not really planning anything, but going as per flow, whatever is coming to my mind at that point of time. Yeah, again you can have a nice mocha sitting here. Yeah, you can also have some fescues. Yeah, again this part you can repeat the same. Yeah, not necessary that you have to be different each time, so at few places you can choose to repeat. Yeah, so now we can aura these things comfortably. So you can see whatever I am drawing, I am adding an aura, so that is not just enhancing the look but also filling up spaces. Yeah, again you can add some orbs here. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue like this. Again you can add some rixties. There are a whole lot of fragments that you can use. Yeah, so add some orbs in between here and there. Fill up small little spaces. So don't haste up, take your time. Yeah, and then again add an aura to whatever you have drawn. Yeah, so I'm going to continue like this. So I'm continuing with the same exercise, just filling up spaces with whatever tangles coming to me easily, adding auras depending on the spaces that are available. Again one more aura. Yeah, so continuing the same exercise. Again adding an aura. Adding orbs. Filling in small little spaces. Yeah. So this is going to take a little bit of time, so just take your time, go at your own pace, as I've been saying throughout this series. Don't haste up, just go at your own pace. Yeah. So I'm going to continue like this. So you can see here I'm now working on the last side here, right? Already completed the other three sides. There's a mix of patterns, whole lot of patterns that I have already used here, right? So just to show you, drawing at my own pace. So now I'll do the last side again in front of you. So I'm going to start with some spirals here. So don't bother about repeating patterns. That's okay. There's a lot of drawing involved here, so you can comfortably repeat patterns. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. So as I told you, you can go with your set of go-to patterns, and please feel comfortable to go with your go-to tangles. Yeah, so I'm just going to now add some aura, as I have been doing for all. First drawing around, and then most of the places have added an extra aura, right? And then we can add something like not much space here, so I'm just sticking to, and then we can add our printums here. Yeah, extend them. Again, add an aura. Again, go with whatever comes to you easily. I'm just going by the spaces I have with me. Yeah. And then again, probably some henna drums. There are a whole lot of patterns that you can use, so depends on what is coming to your mind at that time. Or you can sit with a reckoner, open up your practice book and just pick up patterns from there. Or you can choose to just go with one pattern and not get confused. Yeah, so whatever suits you, that's okay. So let us now you can always draw patterns like these also. Spaces are small, so you need to be precise. Yeah. So tipple come pretty handy. So small little spaces left in between, you can comfortably add the pattern tipple and rounding. Yeah. So it's been quite some time we used our poke root, so let us repeat it here. Some hidden ones. Yeah. Again with the E, you can add some diva dance or any other pattern you feel like. Spaces are squeezing here, so just choose your tangles carefully. Yeah. Not much of crescent moon use, so I'm going to add some moon. Or probably use shattuck. Yeah. Nice tangle to work with. Again, mukas. So let your imagination flow, just go with the flow. Keep tangling, don't stop. I'm not stopping anywhere, I'm just going with whatever is coming to my mind at that point of time, because it's important to maintain that flow. Yeah. So almost reaching the end. Yeah, so we are almost at the end. Yeah, that's it. So let us now move on to shading. Yeah, so I'm now going to pick up my pencil and add some thick graphite on both the sides. Again, not getting into shading each and every tangle, which is out of question here, I think. So I'm not going to shade my letters. Instead, I am going to shade them as a border. So going to add some thick graphite at both the edges. Blend it and highlight the center. Yeah. So again, yeah. So now I think we can move on to shading. So I'm just going to blend. So take your time, go slow. Just even out the graphite. I think I need to darken it a little more here. Yeah. So just blend the graphite, pull it towards the center, but don't cover the entire center. As I keep saying, you want the center to be highlighted. Yeah. So just blending it, pulling it towards the center without pulling too much. Yeah, now the inside. Just blend. So I am done with the blending. Soften the graphite, pull it towards the center. Yeah. So now that we are done with that exercise, let us add some highlight in the center section. Yeah. So I'm going to pick up my chalk pencil and add some highlight. So just going to rub my chalk in the center like this. Yeah. That's about it. I'm sorry for the sound disturbance. Yeah, and we are done with our frame for today. Yes, I hope you like it, and we shall meet again with another new Zentangle original frame idea. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye. Take care.